Hello, and welcome to Coaching Corner with me, Tracy Forsyth. So today I'm going to be talking, it's my last one on public speaking for the moment, and I'm going to be talking about the power of a pause when it comes to public speaking. So you know how life just goes by so fast these days, and we're always on 24/7, too much to do, busy minds, busy lives. So taking a pause is hard to do in our own lives. But if you're listening to someone else give a speech or a presentation, it's one of those times when you're kind of forced to pause and listen. And yes, maybe there is that temptation, especially if you're on Zoom or something, to secretly or surreptitiously scroll. But for the most part, you're in listening mode. So ready to take in information, learn something, and hopefully be engaged. So when we look at the flip side, actually doing the presentation or the speech, I think this is such an important thing to think about. So I think if you really notice it, the best speakers use pausing during their presentation to get great effect. And it might be hard as a speaker to fight the tendency to rattle through it and get it over and done with, but you will lose your audience, and you won't allow them the time to digest what you're saying and let that land. So when you're doing a presentation or a speech, after you've landed a key point, take a pause, look around the room, and you'll see people thinking, nodding, getting it or not getting it. Yeah. If they don't get it, then you might need to clarify. So just let them have that rare moment where they can just think and then carry on. So try pausing. So another effective public speaking trick, I think, is to actually look like you're enjoying the presentation rather than dreading going to the dentist or something. So people are looking to be engaged, to learn, to have their time well spent. They don't want to look at somebody who looks like they're having a miserable time. So, okay, you might say, well, Tracy, that's all very well, but I am having a miserable time. So what does it mean for you? Well, I think first and foremost, it's really important to work out why you are doing it. Why are you putting yourself through this? It might be your job, but why? What's important about it? So what is the purpose and the desired result in your presentation? Is it just to inform? Then if so, why do they need to know? Yeah, make that clear. Is it to gain support? If so, what is the call to action? So get clear on why you're doing it, your mission. Why should they care? And this will give your presentation much more purpose. And also, by the way, keep it snappy and simple to digest. This will make it much easier for you and the audience. What are the takeaways? Yeah, so we're busy in life. So ideally, we don't need chapter and verse about every detail. Yeah, it's just going to switch us off. Stick to the essential points that you think they need to know. So the final thing I'm going to talk about today is how to hold yourself. I always use the yoga pose of Tadasana as an inspiration. So Tadasana means mountain pose because you're strong and imposing. Those are my words, but that's my interpretation, like a mountain. So essentially this means making sure that you've got a firm footing, you're grounded, using all the areas of your feet. So if someone gave you a nudge, you wouldn't fall over, you wouldn't budge. So you reach through the crown of your head to your fullest height, and you roll your shoulders back and chest open to your widest. So I found that kind of, fullest height, broadest width and grounding. It helps me definitely feel confident. And I think when people are looking at you, it just looks better. It's the opposite of hunching over and making yourself small. Okay, so I've done lots on public speaking. I hope you've enjoyed these 4 coaching corners on it. But this one really about pause, purpose, précis, and posture. So let me know how you get on. Take care.